All right. Questions for Rob?
What was your reaction, emotions when you were told you were going to be named, or you are interim manager?
I had mixed emotions, really. It's never easy to see somebody lose their job, right? I've been in this about 6 years, 7 years, and it's never easy when you see that. I am personally excited for the opportunity and grateful for the club to give me the opportunity. There's a lot of work to do, right? And ultimately, like, I care about those boys in there. I care about the club, and I want to see them succeed. I want to see them happy again. I want to see them with smiles on their face. To answer your question, is mixed emotions, right? So that's kind of where I'm at.
Were you
What's
surprised?
job number one for you?
Excuse me.
What's job number one for you?
Just kind of get everybody on the same page. Everyone know their roles and responsibilities. We got to play a game on Wednesday, and I think that's the best thing. So there's games, right? So we can get right into it and hopefully get some positive results.
Were you surprised at all, or did you kind of have a little bit of a heads up, or did it come out kind of nowhere?
No, I mean this is shocking. It's never easy to see somebody lose their job like this, and I'm grateful for the time I had with him and his staff. But yeah, I was not.
What can you bring now to the team as a head coach to help turn things around so they can get back to their winning ways?
I mean, I think I told the boys this morning, like, from a personal standpoint, just a people kind of thing. Like, talking about the human element of everyone. I hope I bring that. In terms of tactics and all that stuff, like, I'm gonna do my best. We're gonna all do our best to turn the results around and take more risks and create more chances. Hopefully, that's the idea, right? And score more goals and win games. That's the end all goal. But ultimately, like, we're dealing with these humans and we're dealing with people. And I wanted to hit them with that today because I dealt with this a certain way, and they're gonna all deal with it a certain way. And I think I've maintained those relationships over these couple of years, and some guys knew, and so I started those quick. But the guys that I've known for a while now, like, I want to continue on those relationships and help them from just grow as people and through a time that can be a little bit difficult, and not only from the change, but also with the results and the adversity that you face with that.
Rob?
How important is it to have some coach? It's not easy being a change of coach, but just knowing that you got somebody walking in there that's kind of familiar with you, so it's not like, clean slate when you're starting.
I mean, I think it's important. Like, I'm gonna have to make some difficult decisions, and I said that, and that'll be hard, right? Making those decisions when you've had a relationship. You talk about, their families, and you get into the nitty gritty with them about their brothers or sisters, what they do outside the field. I've got that connection with most of them, even some of the Spanish speaking guys. I've tried, especially the new guys that have come. But I think it's important. I think, we're humans. Like, we wanna interact with people. I don't want them to just feel like I just care about them as athletes, because, like, there's more to them, right? There's more to these guys than just the athletic part. Now, they're great athletes and they're great soccer players, but there's a lot of good guys in there.
What are the qualities that you think make a great head coach?
I think honesty, being as transparent as you can. But hard work is an easy one if you look at that. Like, those are the staples, and something that I think hopefully I can bring over the interim time. And then somebody on the soccer side that thinks they can really deliver something that will be different and put a good change of pace in something.
What are some of the important things you learned from Frank and Steven and Gabriel that you're going to apply to this first game?
Well, that's a good question. I've not I've not sat there and thought. I mean, I've had different relationships with all three of them, with Glacier, with Frank, or with Gabby. They all brought something different, so I got to take a little bit, and that's what you do as a coach, right? You take a little bit from this guy, a little bit from that guy, and you what you like and what you might not like. I also, to be honest, I don't want to change a lot, because they've gone through changes, and you try to do it in a short period of time, and you could hit a real roadblock. I think we've got guys that are picking up really good things, and ultimately we need to just turn our luck. Like, we need to get results, and that's what I want to help with. And again, it's not going to be an overnight process. It's going to be a process that we're going to have to keep at. But hopefully our luck turns.
Is having Joseph Martinez back going to make your job easier?
I hope so. Yeah, talk to Joe about that.
Rob, you mentioned the results. This team is only 4 points, I think, out of a playoff spot right now. Do you feel pressure to go out on Wednesday and get a win for this team while you're in charge?
That's another good question, because I think, and I was thinking about think about you guys, think about what I'm going to say to you guys, right? It's new to me. But Monty Williams, the coach of the Suns, he said pressure is a privilege, and I believe that. And pressure either bursts pipes or it makes diamonds, and I think about the other side, it makes diamonds. I enjoy the pressure. It's obviously stressful and all those things, but so are those boys. That's why we play the game, and that's why they're here. I think they really enjoy those moments, and when they play in front of 45,000 or 70,000 people, or they play against the opposition that's got people going against them, like that's the pressure you want. This is not real life pressure, right? Real life pressure is the things when you're struggling, you're out of work, or your family's sick. Those are the real life pressure. This is the fun pressure.
Is
Carlos
there
or
any part of
Darren?
you that thinks that this is an audition? Maybe would you like to throw your name in the hat to be the head coach of this team?
No, I mean Darren and Carlos have made it clear that this will be an interim basis. It's an opportunity for me to grow as a coach and to assist the club in this moment. And they're going to look to hire someone, and that's great for the club.
One of them said yesterday that you are interim and it's not going to be long, an interim thing. Does that put more pressure on you to try to show, I'm a good head coach?
No, I mean, again, to go back to the relationships, like
Yeah.
they know me, and they know I know their expectations, and they know what I'm going to be expected to do. I think it's a great opportunity for me as a professional to really kind of get my feet wet, and I mean, I'm going to put the pressure on myself to help these guys, and hopefully they can bring out the best of me. And I'm just focused on I'm focused on the next game and just the opportunity that's at hand.
And who are your managerial influences? Who do you look to?
The main one that comes to my mind, or there's two really. My youth coach when I was a kid, Harry Demos. He was really influential on me as the person. And also Adrian Heath, that's
okay.
in Minnesota.
Yeah.
I played for Adrian for a long time, and
That was in Orlando?
yeah, and on the soccer side, he was great. And then again, you talk about the people side, like he cared about people, and he's been a big influence throughout. And then there's guys I've coached with. I coached with Anthony Pulis, that's an assistant at Miami, and he's been a good influence. There's probably too many to count, but I would say those two for sure, like my youth coach and Adrian.
So will you get any sleep between now and Wednesday? Since you have
I hope so.
days to
I hope so.
prepare?
The fun thing is my kids just started Atlanta United soccer camp. So like the cool thing they were talking about was, oh Dad, we're going to camp tomorrow. So nothing changed at the home life, and that's the best thing, that you have support. I've got support of the club, got support of the players, and I've got support at home and with my family. So
I guess what's the biggest difference in becoming an interim head coach from what you were doing before to now? Like, what's your job, your day-to-day look like now?
Well, we'll see. I mean, I spend a lot of hours in that building. Anyone will tell you. So I don't plan on that work changing, but we're going to have to accomplish things as a group, and so we've got a bunch of backroom staff that are going to help us. And it's going to, again, I've said it before, it's going to take everybody. And we're going to take it one game at a time and just kind of go from there in terms of the next training, then to the game, and take it from there.
Right.
All
The
Last one.
Fans are still trying to grapple with just everything that's happened in the last 24 hours. What would be your message to them, heading into this game?
Look, I want to thank them. They've supported. People. I think that fans are the lifeblood of the club. People that pay their hard-earned money to come and watch you play on a Saturday, Wednesday, Sunday, whatever day it ends up being. And I hope that we can kind of give them something to cheer about again and get behind. We're excited to play the game Wednesday, but we're also excited to come back home again on Saturday. And I just think that that's where we just want to get them back happy again. I think I can't stress that enough, that they're so important. When people come to Atlanta and to play in front of them, and I understand the sacrifices they make. All of us, we work really hard for our money, and to come out and support us financially because they pay for tickets and they buy a jersey and all these things. Like it's incredible. And I don't mean that to sound corny, but I truly do believe that.